Hello, welcome back to another video. For today's video, I am going to be working in Sketchbook, and I'm just gonna be doing some fun, flowy stuff. It's been a while since I've uploaded a video because there's been a lot going on. I've been kind of just obsessing about Patreon, and I've had a couple of other side projects on the go, and I've been helping my partner Lopi. He's been starting his writing career, and I've been helping him with making art for that, so it's been a lot, but I'm very excited for all the things that are kind of on the go. Anyways, let's get into the drawing. So I did this in a new sketchbook. Some of you might know I've been buying a ton of sketchbooks to kind of like test all of them and see which one I thought was like the best. I've been on the hunt for like the dream sketchbook because I mostly use the Handbook and Co. Travelogue watercolor journal. God, I hate their name so much. I hate their name. What a stupid name. I'm sorry. It's okay. Calm down, Audra. Okay, so I've been testing lots of sketchbooks, and the one that I did this painting / drawing in is the Illo sketchbook. It's actually one of the reasons why I wanted to try it was because it seemed similar to the Handbook and Co. sketchbook. The reason why I like that sketchbook is because it's really good with watercolor and gouache. I like the rounded corners, and they have really nice sizes as well. I don't like their cold pressed paper, whereas this Illo sketchbook has like really smooth hot pressed paper. As I started this sketch / painting thing, the pencil worked really nicely on it. It like glided very nicely on the paper. It was kind of like Moleskine type paper, whereas Moleskine is like more of like a creamy color, which honestly I prefer. Like if I was to buy this or Moleskine, I would buy Moleskine. I think they're both like kind of pricey anyways. As soon as I started to get into adding paint, the paint did not like the sketchbook at all. It would like absorb into the paper immediately, so it just like wasn't very blendable or anything. It was kind of like streaky. I think I tried I can't remember if I tried watercolor and gouache or just watercolor or watered down gouache and thicker gouache, but either way they're very similar, so even if I did use gouache I would still consider the watered down gouache similar to watercolor. I don't think it would make a difference either way. I still think it wouldn't be the greatest. The cover of this book is nice. It's like a gray, smooth cover, and like the paper, like I said, is really smooth. There's a lot of hype around this sketchbook, and I honestly, I don't fully understand why. One thing I can say though, I'm just flipping through it, sorry if you hear me touching le paper. The one thing that I did like about this, that I tried the first time I tried recording this video, more on that later, paint marker like Molotow or Posca pens seem to be pretty decent on this. I haven't like tried it a lot, but I quickly like did some scribbles on it and it seemed to be pretty nice. Copic markers or alcohol markers just go right through the paper to the other side, so it's not very good for that, unfortunately. It would have been really nice if it didn't go through the other side. But I mean, if you're fine with that, if you're fine with it going through, that's fine. It's fine. The pages open up flat. Anyways, I've been really having a good time with this like kind of more experimental style that I've been doing. I used to think that I had to make everything look very realistic, or even if I was doing illustrative stuff, there couldn't be any like abstraction, I guess. I would always aim for like surrealism, but not like abstract surrealism. And like when I was younger, I remember looking at abstract stuff and thinking like, what the heck is that? What is the point? And as I've gotten older, I've grown to really appreciate it. I've met other abstract artists, and I really admire their stuff and their process, and I totally understand why they do what they do. It's so much fun. I like using more abstract elements in my work now too, because I feel like it lends itself nicely to what I do, and it helps ease a lot of like the stress and pressure I feel to try and finish a piece as well, because like with ADHD, it's really hard for me to sit down and finish like a really fancy like heavily detailed piece like I used to. Like a few years ago, I did a piece that was like a jungle and like a girl in like a yellow trench coat and like a weird tiger alien thing. The amount of time it took me to paint all the plants and everything, it was a lot of work, and I remember really struggling through it. And you know what? Every now and then I really do like doing something like that, but I feel like having more abstraction in my work and like loose, flowy stuff that's just low pressure, I feel like it lifts a lot of weight off of me, especially with like smaller pieces where I'll do a study of like some birds and I'll try and make them more realistic and try learning, but then the rest of it I just have fun and make a mess. And I also feel like it looks good. So I don't know, it's like a win-win for me. Much more of a fan of abstraction and a whole lot of other things that I wasn't a fan of when I was a kid. Like, I did not care about landscapes when I was younger. I thought they were boring. If you are Canadian, you'll know that like there's just a lot of landscape art and animal art in Canada. So maybe you'd feel the same as me, but like growing up, I always was like just kind of bored with it. I was just like, why isn't there anything else? I'm gonna do anime instead. And I'm realizing now, like, I love those things. I love landscapes. I love abstract. Any art form, I feel like for the most part, I can appreciate any themes or whatever. The only one I'm still like not really a fan of is like the whole like banana taped on a wall type of thing, where like white canvases painted white and then sold for like 50 grand. I've been told that that's like a way that rich people transfer money between each other, which makes a lot more sense to me, to be honest. I don't know. It's easier for me to handle that than to handle like it being a legit thing. I don't know. You guys might not relate or have the same feels as me about it, but I don't know. Everything else though, I really, with age, have begun to love. Like flowers, obviously, is a big one. I never really cared much about painting flowers when I was younger, and now I really enjoy them. I'll go for walks at night or daytime, and I'll be constantly stopping to just like stare at flowers. I've come from somewhere where there wasn't a whole lot of flowers though, so like living here now somewhere that has lots of flowers, I'm like always in awe that this flower that I've never seen exists, and this tree I've never seen exists, and like constantly being blown away by nature, which has been really good through the pandemic too, and like through depression as well. Like going outside and just kind of taking things in and being able to just stop and stare has been really nice. But yeah, guys, this was the second time I've recorded this, and one of the reasons why it's taken me a long time to record as well is because I've been having a lot of issues with editing. I'm so trash at editing. I recorded this whole voiceover and it took me forever to like get the bravery to record it because my brain was just like worried about what I'm gonna say, and thanks to my Patreons, they totally got rid of that worry. So I was able to like sit down and record the voiceover. I was trying to edit the voiceover and I was trying to just like detach it from the video, and it's hard to explain. Anyways, I managed to erase it. Some of you guys that use like Photoshop or Procreate will understand that like if you draw something and then like delete it and then draw something else and then delete it again, sometimes you can't go back to one of the previous things that you've drawn. It's really hard to explain. I was trying to like do a diagram to show Lopi what happens, but basically that's what happened to the voiceover. It just got deleted, and then I freaked out. I may or may not have ugly cried for a bit. Lopi tried really hard to like fix it. He's my hero, but yeah, he couldn't. Basically, Final Cut Pro is just, it doesn't have like a proper history, so you can't just go back, and it didn't even save the the backup, like the file was just totally gone. I was just like fed up, I guess, because every time I have tried to make a video, I'm serious, every time I try to make a YouTube video, something goes wrong. And it's always the editing for the most part. So I just like got fed up and I was like, that's it. I'm gonna hire somebody to edit my videos. Lopi, he doesn't really know a lot of the ins and outs, but I think he's gonna try his hand at it and try learning about like the white balancing and everything, because a lot of my videos are like darker than I'd like them to be, despite me having like multiple lights like shining on and around, and like I have one of the white balance tools, and it's just, I'm hoping that he or somebody else can like help. And I think once that happens, it'll be way easier for me to make videos and I'll be able to do it much more frequently. So I'm pretty hopeful. I feel like things are kind of starting to fall into place. With YouTube, I'm still like trying to kind of catch momentum. Well, not so much momentum, but like I'm trying to find more, I guess, enjoyment in it, and I feel like it would be enjoyable if it wasn't for the things that I don't understand or I'm not good at, like the video editing. I'm thinking once that's dealt with, it'll be better. Yeah, I'm feeling like things are kind of starting to fall into place, and like the I almost said Procreate, the Patreon stuff has been really nice because it's given me a schedule. And the first couple months have been like a little bit of a mess because I've been figuring out what manufacturer to use and like little things, you know, how to use the not Procreate, the Patreon site, like, you know, printing labels and how to organize everything. I've been learning it all, but it feels like an actual job, which I really have been needing, and I didn't realize this, but like if you are a creative, you might understand that like it's hard to create structure for yourself and discipline. I am very bad at it, especially because of like ADHD stuff. I am just like all over the board. So having a thing that I have to do every month and getting to like create extra things too, like the like downloadable things, like I've created a to-do list now, and I did like a wallpaper. I've actually uploaded the PDF files of both Fragments 1 and Fragments 2 books. And like getting to do different like sticker and print designs every month, and like mini originals. You guys know how much I love doing mini originals. It's like, it's been really nice. And I'm hoping in the future what happens is I keep doing that and I can do like 2 to 4 YouTube videos a month. If I get some help with it, maybe I could do like one bigger piece every month or two, like a really big, like super detailed piece, you know? I've stopped taking on gallery stuff because it's just been like extra things that my brain can't handle. Like I'd rather just focus on a specific amount of things that's, you know, it's like a routine. I want to focus on getting a routine instead of always having things changing every month, like different commissions and stuff. I'll have amazing job opportunities pop up to work with different companies and I'll accept them, but then it'll like totally mess up my schedule, and yeah, so I'm really excited for this idea of having things being more structured. And one of the things that's actually really helped me recently, and this is not an ad, is Notion, which I found out about through Apple Cheeks, who is an amazing YouTuber and artist. She's amazing. I found out through her about this app, and it's been really nice and like super customizable, and you can put like a calendar on it and a to-do list and everything, and you can make it look however you want. So I've got like little gifs of like plants and anime, like 90s anime aesthetic stuff everywhere, and you know, like little quotes, and you can move things around. It's pretty awesome. So that's been helping me stay really structured, at least much more than I would normally be. But I feel like things are kind of coming together I've been feeling good. Aside from that, there hasn't been too much that's new. I'm pretty stoked about getting my first vaccine soon. That will be amazing. It's been a rough ride for all of us, I know. And like, man, I miss my family so much. Like, my grandma has started forgetting things, and my papa had like a heart attack, and not being able to see them when both of those things are happening is like, oh my god, it's so awful. So I'm excited for this to be over. I'm excited to be allowed to go over to the next province and hug them. I want to spend as much time with them as possible, and like with my grandma forgetting things, I want to hear everything. Like, I want to hear about every job she's had and how she's felt about it. I want to hear about, like, you know, what it was like growing up. I want to hear about all the things I possibly can. Because, like, I don't know if it's the same with you guys, but like during this pandemic, everything's just felt like very, I don't know. I guess I've just been thinking about things a lot more and kind of like what matters most. Yeah, I just really want to spend time with them and kind of soak up as much as I can with them, and just, I want to be attached to my grandparents. I want to be around them all the time. I'm excited for that. And aside from that, Lopi and I have been playing a lot of Minecraft with our niece and nephew, who will finally be moving here soon, which I'm really stoked about. Yeah, we have a Minecraft server with our niece and nephew, and it's a good time. It's really good. We like make little quests for them and stuff. We made a quest about like a turtle mama losing her eggs, and it's like this whole pirate story of pirates stealing turtle eggs, and they have to like return all the eggs to the turtle mom. Anyway, it sounds silly, but we had a great time doing it. We've also just started playing Stranded Deep, which is an interesting game. It's like a survival, like Castaway / Lost type game. You build like a raft and you gather supplies and just try and exist on an island. Yeah, you have to like raft between islands, and there's sharks that like come and like try and knock over your raft, and you fall in the water. And when you fall in the water, it's like the deepest panic I think I've ever like felt. I'm not even playing the game, I'm watching it, but I'm still like, oh my god, we're gonna die. It's probably not healthy, to be honest, but it's a pretty fun game. I'm pretty excited about it. But yeah, aside from that, that's pretty much all that's going on. I just wanted to give you guys a bit of an update, I guess. I'm not sure if it'll be the next video or the one after, but I'm going to be working on a video with Lopi. He is going to be basically reading, I think, chapter 1 and chapter 2 of his short story / novella. I don't know, I just wanted to see if that's something that you guys would dig. I'll be like drawing in the background, obviously, but he would be like telling a story. I thought it would be cool because he's making audiobooks anyways, and it kind of gets his work out there, but also I really love listening to stories on YouTube and like on Audible and stuff. I love those things. So I thought that it might be a cool thing. I've also been considering just having Lopi in on some of my videos like this as kind of like a podcast type vibe, because like I do kind of struggle with thinking of things to talk about sometimes, and I feel like that's part of what kind of like cripples me in terms of like making videos. So I'm thinking that might be cool. I know a lot of you guys, love Lopi and you love Lopi, so I think that it might be fun. He's a neat guy. He's got a lot of neat things to say. He's really smart, so I feel like it might be cool to try at least one video just kind of like talking about random stuff with him. That's about it, guys. Stay tuned though, because there's some big stuff that's going to be happening in about 2 to 3 weeks. I'll probably post about it on Instagram, but I'm very excited. I think you guys will be really excited too. So yeah, stay tuned for that, and I hope you guys are doing okay. I hope you guys are seeing like a little bit of a light at the end of the tunnel. Things have been pretty rough this past year and a bit, so wishing you all the best of luck, and until next time, take care. Bye!